King of the Road. Thanks again for watching the 220th episode of the King of the Road Show. I'm Jim King. Happy Halloween. No tricks during this week's show, but we're being treated to some great music from Beaumont boy Ezra Charles. As we mentioned last week, Ezra spent most of the 1970s preparing for his career as a blues master, being personally mentored by Leon Russell, playing with Lightnin' Hopkins, and becoming the last protege of the late Professor Longhair in New Orleans. Stay with me as we cruise back to Starvin Marvin's Bar and Grill in Beaumont to conclude our exclusive with Ezra Charles.
Are just fakes. So how come when night falls I'm never alone? You roam in the bars on the make. Let me tell you what I've got news for you. Just better open your eyes. Take your head out of the sand, put your feet on the ground. I knew attitude on the signs. You think you know a lot about life, you got a lot to learn. Yeah, when you think you know a lot about love, you got a lot to learn. I'm stuck in the mud and I'm set my ways. All of my ideas are old. I think it's not free and you talk about me. Fun of the fires are growing cold. Let me tell you what I've got news for you. Just better open your eyes. Take your head out of the sand, put your feet on the ground. Try a new attitude on the signs. You think you know a lot about life, you got a lot to learn. Now when you think you know a lot about love, you got a lot to learn.
This singer-songwriter and keyboardist Ezra Charles from Houston. You make it back to Beaumont very often?
Whenever we have a good place to play, and I think Starvin Marvin's is the best place we've had in a long time. I'm looking forward to coming here a lot.
Do you play mostly around Houston, or you guys hit the road?
Well, we're mostly around Texas. We play like from New Orleans to San Antonio, Dallas, Austin.
I understand you also went overseas and played in Italy. Where did you play in Italy?
We went over there a couple of times, and they were for music festivals in the central part of Italy. There's a Umbria Jazz Festival in the state of Umbria in a town called Perugia, and that's become the largest music festival in Europe. And we played there for about 12 days, once a day at a festival site.
You've been to Florence?
No, we just went there and played and came back. It's a job, you know?
Yeah. Ezra Charles, he released an album this year called King of Texas Blues.
Yeah, I named that after you.
Did you?
No.
Well, I'm honored because you didn't even know me then, but...
well, you know, the marketing people with the record, they said, well, if you call yourself the King of Texas Blues, then every time somebody has a blues festival, they'll say, well, let's get that guy that's the King of Texas Blues. So, unused as I am to bragging about myself, I did let them do that on the album, and that's fine, you know. I think you know a lot about life, you got a lot to learn. Yeah, when you think you know a lot about love, you got a lot to makes you stop and think, with all I got to do, can I afford to take a drink? But I'm under so much pressure, I've got to have a way to ease my mind. Now there's so many women, so little time. As I look around, I feel a heavy weight. It's no fault of my own, I've been afflicted with this fate. But I'll never shirk my duty to spread a little joy on down the line. Now there's so many women, so little time. You know there's so many women, so little time. Shirk my duty to spread a little joy on down the line. Look at there's so many women, so little time.
Well, you played for a lot of dignitaries and famous folks, including President George Bush. I think you played for him.
Yeah, and we were also, in the 90s, we were the band that played at the Houston Rockets games for 3 years. And it happened to be the 3 years where or 2 years, we won the national championship, the NBA. So that was a lot of fun. And we've just been doing it a long time out of Houston. And people like what we do, and they keep hiring us to do stuff.
I think you played for the Rolling Stones once.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting. They were on tour, and near the end of their tour, they decided to throw a party for all their roadies. So we played a party, and there was nobody there but about 100 guys in ponytails and about 50 girls from Hooters they brought in, and the actual Rolling Stones themselves. So I was standing in the buffet line right next to Mick Jagger and Jerry Hall, and they didn't know who I was because we hadn't played yet.
Were you nervous?
No, I wasn't nervous, but I was just looking forward to doing it. We got up and played, and they were obviously digging it, and I'm thinking, this is going to be great. We're going to all have our pictures with Mick Jagger and stuff. And near the end of our show, they all came up to the stage, and they were like, cheerio, great job, chaps, you know, and then they were all out the door, and we were like, wait, what about our picture, you know? But we were there, and they were there, and it was fun.
They enjoyed it, sounds like.
It was in Dallas, and it was done very secretive. They didn't even tell us. They wanted us to like 2 days in advance. And then the next day, of course, on the radio in Dallas, all the DJs were saying, well, guess what? The Rolling Stones were in town last night. Over in the West End, they threw a big party and brought in their favorite band, Ezra Charles. So that's what they were hearing on the radio the next day in Dallas. So I like that. I don't know if that's really true, but...
All right. Well, continued success, and I'm honored to have you on our show.
Well, I'm honored to be here, and I think Beaumont's very lucky to have you. And Starvin Marvin says we've got a great opportunity to team up with you and let people in Beaumont and all around here know what a great situation we have going here.
It's Ezra Charles. Check him out at EzraCharles.com. Get a copy of his new album, King of Texas Blues. And I think you need a Crown Boy hat like this now that you're the King of Texas Blues.
I'll think about it.
A little of this and a little of that. That's what I'm gonna give to you, and that ain't to have. Well, I'll make your day seem bright. I come home at night. A little of this and a little more of that. Well, just a little of this and a little more of that.